Welcome to the RevomaxII video series. Congratulations, your setup is now complete, but before we are ready for daily operation, we need to take a few more steps to configure your system. We'll guide you through the process in this video. This video applies to closed-loop systems with a water cooler and a basic control setup. If you run an open-tap version or closed-loop with advanced control, this video does not apply. This video is structured in 6 steps that guide you through the process of setting the system up for daily use. We need to configure the system and do some final checks to make sure everything is working properly and the target settings can be reached. Step 1 is to check the water cooler setting and internal pressure. First, navigate to Settings, OptiClimate Settings. Then find S06 and make sure it is set to On. Secondly, in the same menu, find setting S64 and make sure it is set to 23 bar. Now we can continue to the next step. Step 2 is to set the right temperature in the room and start the RevomaxII operating. Heat up the room to around 25 degrees Celsius and make sure the temperature stays stable. When this is done, boot up the RevomaxII by using the smart remote controller. When fully booted, set the target temperature to 16 degrees to force the unit into cooling mode. Now wait for the pump to activate. Step 3. The return pressure in front of the pump, when running, must be at least 0.5 bar. When this is not the case, add more water and/or glycol. Repeat the previous steps if needed. Now make sure the internal valve is fully open. Navigate to Menu, Settings, and then Output. The setting you are looking for is Water Valve Q05. When the bar is set to maximum, you are good to go. Step 4. The delta temperature, controlling the difference between incoming and outgoing water. We need to set a reference temperature on the Smartbox 63 first. Set it to 32 degrees and wait for the water cooler fan to start running. When the internal water reaches 32 degrees, navigate to Menu, Settings, All Sensors, and make sure the water in I11 is close to 32 degrees. Now we need to control the delta temperature. This must be around 5 degrees, so the water out temperature, I08, must be close to 37 degrees. Use the manual valve as shown to control the delta temperature, the difference between high and low. When the temperature is too low, close the valve a little. There is too much flow. When the delta is too high, open the valve. The flow is too little. Adjust in small increments and wait for the system to respond. Almost there. For Step 5, the basic settings in the smart remote controller. First, we need to set the time and date for the system to respond correctly to your settings. Navigate to Settings, User Preferences, then set the time and date. From the main menu, tap Temperature to set your desired temperature and do the same for humidity. You can set day and night values independently. The last step, Step 6, is to control the night and day cycle. This is easily controlled with the mode setting. For the most basic operation, just set it to auto. This follows the humidity sensor, which also detects light. This determines the system is in night mode, simply because there is no light in the room. To configure the timer mode, go to the Settings menu, navigate to OptiClimate Settings, and then go to Start of Day and Start of Night settings to set your preferred cycle. You can also have the system in day or night mode indefinitely. Congratulations, the RevomaxII system is now fully operational. Thanks for watching. Please check the knowledge base regularly for new features.